What's going on, family? It's your guy, Boro, the Lucky Libra, and thank you for tuning in to another episode yet once again. As y'all can see by the title, we're picking up the signs through the 9th house series with who? Cancer in the 9th house. So shout out to all my Scorpio Risings in the building. I see y'all. I feel y'all presence. Y'all know y'all got some strong-ass presence. But anyways, before we get into it, man, I appreciate y'all if y'all leave a like, if y'all share, or if y'all subscribe, or do all three of them. Feel me? All three of y'all. You feel me? I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a second or two to go ahead and do that. All right, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. I appreciate that, family. I appreciate y'all helping me, circulate these gems, build the community up and whatnot. All right, guys. Make sure to tap into my website if you'd like to connect with the Lucky Libra, and make sure to tap into my Patreon if you'd like to dive deeper. Let's get right into it, man. Let's get right into it. Cancer in the 9th house. Cancer in the 9th house. Now, okay, what is the 9th house? The 9th house is the house that rules education. The 9th house rules our experiences. So depending on what energies in the house, you bet your bottom dollar you're going to be experiencing a lot of these energies and circumstances in your life. You're going to get real familiar and gain a lot of knowledge and wisdom around that sign in that house and the planets in that house and where the house lord is at, all right? We also got, we got experiences in the house. We're dealing with, this is a spiritually inclined house. So we're dealing with, your knowledge of wisdom, your belief systems, religion, philosophy, all right? And you got to experience to develop these things. We're also dealing with long distance travel, foreign culture, right? Things that are in our expanded circumstances, expanded view, okay? So yeah. Traditions, culture, yep. That's what we got going on in the 9th house. Now we throw Cancer in here. All right? Cancer's cardinal water, ruled by the moon. So we need to know what house the moon is in, all right? We need to know what house the moon is in. That's very important, okay? Because that's the ruler of this house. So the house that the moon is in, you're going to be experiencing a lot in that house. You're going to be developing your belief system in that house. You're going to be taught a lot in that house, manifest all type of students. And that too over time. But a lot of teachers, spiritual guidance in that house in some type of shape or form, right? But that house is very important in developing your belief system, okay? And that's the perfect segue into Cancer in the 9th house. Because when we look at the house that the moon is in, the moon is our heart, right? So you have to know whatever house you have Cancer in the zodiac is going to be a house that you're emotionally connected to. Whether you got planets in there or not, the moon has domain over this area, all right? So with Cancer in the 9th house, there's going to be a strong emotional connection, when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to, religion or philosophy to these individuals. Depending on what is it that they're, connected to from a spiritual point of view, their heart, they could be highly sensitive towards these things. They don't play about these things. They don't play. The Scorpio Rising. Cancer, they see a lot of times these things are going to be private to you anyways. They're going to be private anyways. You may not even know what the Scorpio Rising, what the Cancer in the 9th house individual is even, what their beliefs is in the first place. You may not even really know. They may not really be open to discussing these things. Even if you're dating this person, it may take a while for that shit to come up. Unless, like, if you ain't super spiritual, religious or something, you don't ask about that shit, you ain't gonna know. You probably ain't gonna know for a little second unless y'all watching some shit on TV, some shit about spirituality come up, this, that, and the third. That shit private. All right? We are very private about things in the house that Cancer is in. Okay? But sensitive at the same time. So, these people care deeply about the things they're connected to. A lot of the times, it's very likely that the mother or family presence is very strong here when it comes to spirituality. So whether it's the family traditions that's being passed down to this person that, this person really connects to. And, once again, this house deals with spirituality, education, but your belief systems. So even if it's not spirituality, this person may have a parent they may have a parent that's into something that has, certain level of morals, ethics, and codes to it, and it's passed down to this person. Like Tupac Shakur. I don't know why that's resonating with me right now, that example. Tupac Shakur, his mother, Afeni Shakur, she was a Panther. So being a Panther, you're gonna have certain codes, you're gonna have certain morals and ethics So somebody with Cancer in the 9th house may have had this experience. A mother or family parent with that strong belief system, you feel me? And that becomes something that develops you, you know, when it comes to your spiritual outlook in the world, when it comes to how you develop code and morals and ethics in the world. So the mother, family, parents may be a strong connection there, okay? Remember, Cancer also has, this house is the home of Jupiter and Sagittarius. Cancer has a Jupiter influence. Jupiter's exalted in Cancer, so they shared this here. So this is why these people, I want to say they can't neglect spiritual pursuits. It is, these people, they may have certain alignments. It depends. It really depends on where the house lord is at, where the moon is at, and what aspects the moon is dealing with. If it's dealing with harsh aspects, because then these people may, depending on their alignments, they may neglect spirituality, and to the point they manifest extreme situations in their life to force them to connect and bring some understanding. Cancer deals with connection and understanding. So there has to be some type of connection here to a type of moral code system, something that develops some ethics, a philosophy here. That shit cannot be neglected with Cancer in the 9th house, because you're just going to manifest an extreme emotion that pushes you toward that. Especially, and it's going to come through the house that the moon is in. It's going to come through the house that the moon is in. Needs to be some connection and understanding with some spirituality here. Need to develop your own philosophies here. But yeah, man, these people, they could be all up into different forms of spirituality, to keep it a rack with you, to keep it a whole buck with you. They could be up into all different types of spirituality. You know, Cancer got that Jupiter influence. It may be things dealing with healing here that they're into, things dealing with, you know, magic that they're into. You know, manifesting abilities. They may love to learn about different things that help support manifesting in this realm. All right. And yeah, you know, the family, you know, we always got to tie in the motherly influence and family into these things wherever Cancer's around. So yeah, these may be strong energies here. You know, that in some type of shape or form, the family or the mother may be the reason why this person has traveled a lot or moves around a lot, or the mother or family may have the parents may have a strong background of traveling and being in some type of career or something where they were able to experience different cultures and traditions, and then this is some of the part of what you're being taught from them in some type of shape or form. So they bring that experience and that knowledge and wisdom into you in some type of shape or form. You may have that here. All right. Now, when it gets into education, you know, obviously when we talk about spirituality, philosophy, education, it's kind of, you know, it's like they're cousins, because they're both dealing with experiencing in order to learn, you know. But when we look at education here, remember, the 9th house ain't just, you know, high school, college pursuits. These are the things that you're going to be intrigued to learn about, and the things that you're going to be pushed to experience in your lifetime anyways. All right. So here we're going to have things dealing with the home, family dynamics, social working in some type of shape or form. Outside of school, these people may see from the school perspective, you may study things dealing with, you know, social work and psychology. But when they're outside of school or whatnot, when it comes to healing, when it comes to the emotional well-being, these are the things that they're going to be intrigued by in some type of shape or form. Things dealing with the family dynamics, the effects of the mother on the child, childhood, child care. These people may get into being doulas. You know, they may study that and get up in that line of career in some type of shape or form. You know, start helping delivering them water births. Them water birth babies, okay? Culinary arts, nutrition. That's big here. Even if they don't study it, they're going to be able to pick it up quick. Just like how I said, Taurus in the 9th house is going to be able to pick up learning how to cook pretty good or whatnot pretty quick. But that's something they may pick up from their mother or the family traditions early in life or some type of shape or form, you know. But it depends, because sometimes the mother could be distant here. With Cancer in the 9th house, sometimes the mother could be distant. So either she moves around, travels a lot, or either she moves and travels a lot, or you live far from your mom in some type of maybe in some type of shape or form. You know, you live with your pops, your mom's far away, or your parents, you know, is distant in some type of shape or form. It might be some distance here. You know? You might travel a lot because of family here. I don't know. I think I said that already. You might travel a lot because of family here. Before you turn 18, 21, you done been on 1,000 family vacations. You done been back to Jamaica or whatever a bunch of times to go. Your mom always take you back home. So you gonna know your family roots here 8 out of 10 times. If you live in America and you know you first generation and your parents is from the Caribbean, from Europe, from this and the third. There's a good chance they done brought your ass back a good number of times back to get connected to your family roots. Because, you know, ninth house is dealing with foreign culture. But in that sense, that would be a strong gravitational pull for you to travel back to your homeland and whatnot, to connect to your roots. So that may be a big thing here. And you may love that. You may love that. You may love that environment with Cancer in the 9th house. All right, but we got things dealing with the family dynamics, real estate, architecture. These are some things, you know, home decor, decorating, and all that. These might be things that they get into, that they learn the experience or they're taught about with Cancer in the 9th house. All right. Doulas, yes. The Cancer rules feminine nature. So, like, you notice a lot of these things deal with feminine nature, being a doula, like I said, you know, things dealing with the family dynamics, home care, child care, nursing. Your mother may be a nurse. You know, your mother may be in the healthcare field. You may be studious about getting into healthcare in some type of shape or form. Cancer's aggressive too. Cancer is aggressive. It's sensitive, but it's aggressive. So, family traditions may have been forced on you too with this alignment. Now that I'm thinking about it, this is definitely a placement where that shit could be forced on you. Okay, these people may get into teaching about motherhood, or in some type of shape or form experience the deep dynamics of motherhood, or they're very they dive deep into the connection with them and their mother, or the effects of, you know, the connection between children and the parents here. That's why they could thrive once again with like things dealing with counseling, being psychiatrists, social work, energy. And remember, we build emotional connections. My back killing me, y'all. You know, I'm on this new workout plan. Yesterday was back day, so I'm gonna be feeling it today. But you know, cause we have a strong emotional connection to the house Cancer is in. These people are going to have a strong emotional conviction when they teach their belief system. Remember, a lot of times these things are private. Their forms of spirituality is private. So if you see a Cancer in the 9th house person, Scorpio rising, you may be a Libra rising or Sag rising, but most of the time Scorpio ascendant. You know, when these people, if they are any form of open, especially like on social media or something, or they got a platform or something, and they're teaching about, they're giving spiritual guidance out, that's a very vulnerable thing for them. They may have some alignments. You never know. They may have some alignments that help support it and may not make it as vulnerable. But a lot of times these things is private. So when they do that shit is really coming from the heart to help others in their life, to really help others deal with certain family wounds, you know, help other people deal with some shadow work, psychological work. Like, I give it to them. That take that step to do that, because sometimes that's not easy here. Cancer in the 9th, okay? And these people are going to gravitate towards water in some type of shape form. You know, Cancer got a huge influence on water. So whether they may get involved with things dealing with water. They may have family members or friends that's in the Navy, or you know, motherfucker get into oceanography, or they when they go on trips, they like to be by the water and shit. Speaking about trips, speaking about vacation, speaking about traveling experiences, once again, not only is the family a big influence on how they may go about traveling, this, that, and the third. They're gonna like to be by water a lot of the times. You know, these people can go on solo trips here. Cancer in the ninth house, because adventures for them could be a sense of decompressing and exhaling for them. So if you go on a vacation with these people, they fucks with you. If you go on a vacation or you traveling with somebody with Cancer in the ninth house, they really bang with you because they're not just so open to do that with anybody. They're not so open to go on adventures with anybody. They're very, this house deals with adventures and experiences, trips, vacations. So when it comes into those things, these individuals, they may not just jump into these things. They got to feel the plan out, the situation out, understand who's going, what's the temperament, what's the environment we're heading into. Everything got to get felt out with the moon and Cancer energies playing a part, But when it comes to whatever their form of spirituality and teaching is, that shit is with emotional conviction. That shit is with some deep care. That shit is from the heart. That shit is from the heart. Now, when we look at in-laws here, they may have in-laws because this house also has an influence on in-laws. It has influences on aunts and uncles from your mother's side if you're a guy, aunts and uncles from your father's side if you're a woman. And here we can see whether the in-laws or these relatives, they can be, real family oriented. Your in-laws may have a strong sense of family. They console you. They bring you in here. They bring you in. Is that my favorite son-in-law? Come here, boy. You looking good, man. Come here. Come on. Let's go downstairs. Let the ladies go ahead and do their thing. Let's go downstairs, shoot some pool. You might have that type of father-in-law. Cancer in the ninth house. Real family oriented. But yeah, family. For the most part, that's what we got, man. Cancer up in that ninth house. All right, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate y'all leaving that like, sharing, subscribing if you did so. I appreciate y'all helping me, circulate these gems and build up the community and whatnot. All right. Follow me on IG, all socials. Tap into my website, y'all. If you'd like to connect with the Lucky Libra, tap into my Patreon if you'd like to dive deeper. And until next time, we pick it up with who? Leo in that ninth house. Peace.